Good morning, everybody. I think Zoom is smarter than me. They changed the rules, and I just found out. Hi, Ryan.
Hi, ciao,
Let-
Bella.
Let's just start out and say, I love Ryan Fetter. I adore Barolo. I think people know it's probably my most favorite place. Uh, I have a bar stool that I wish had my name on it, but we're working on it. And what's happening? We almost have really spring, not summer today.
I know it's like the first day that we haven't had 90 degrees, and we can actually start thinking about Easter egg hunting instead of sweltering hot. But it's been summer already for the last like the whole month at Barolo. So
Well, it's summer
ironically,
when you eat there, so that's okay.
yeah. Well, it's also I've been able to plant flowers and move past the fake news, the snow that which never happened. So
I think that's that white stuff.
I think it's supposed to exist. It happens on the East Coast apparently now and not here. So
That's true. I can vouch for that because of my son. But
yeah,
Barolo Grill is how many now?
33 years.
And we have what?
Uh 34 years actually almost. So
When's the birthday?
December. So we just turned the corner on 33, and now that it's almost April, we're sort of getting close to the halfway of this year. My goodness, for the first quarter. So time flies. I've been there 32 of those years.
I've been there 34.
Yeah, the first 18 months, they incubated the place while I was working in other restaurants, and then I showed up. And so it's been 3 decades plus, and it's been almost just better than ever, and more consistent and fun and fantastic. And we continue to do our Italy trips, which we'll be doing here this summer, and that would
Oh,
be the 31st anniversary of our first trip. And so I do all these sort of mental dates and kind of go, wow, I time flies and we have to slow it down a little bit. It's Friday. It's not
oh.
Saturday. It's not next year. And because wow, what a spinning cycle.
So well, in case there is somebody who has not been to Barolo, it's Italian, it's fabulous. Well, a lot of it is from your trips and stuff.
Yeah, we're on Sixth Avenue. Everybody drives by and sees the big giant sunflower staring at them, and North Cherry Creek boundary. And a lot of folks who come in first time or 100th time. I have some people who've been 400 times or more. And it's really lovely to have people for the first time. It's lovely to have people back after a long time away or whatever it is. So we're always thrilled and humbled. And the first trip to Italy was in 1995, and we never thought we'd go on another trip. And you don't know that you can afford to. You don't know what the business or the customers would want. And everyone's really enjoyed traveling vicariously through us, and it's a chance for us to kind of eat and drink and see everything in sight and bring back all those inspirations in the menu. So six of the chefs going this year, and seven of
Oh,
us in the front of the house. So there's 13 of us, I think, saddled up to go. And we have wine dinners all the time. We just had one last night and last week, and a few of those producers are properties and facilities that we go see when we're in Italy. So we do this kind of almost exchange program where inadvertently we arrive there and they come back to see us, and we do these incredible fun things together, and hope that anyone who's in the boat with us or in the plane or in the dining room is having fun while we're doing this incredible exchange. And whether it's in Barolo region or if it's up in the Alto Adige, and that's where we're heading this year.
ooh. Okay, so what's give people an idea of Barolo's menu?
Yeah, we serve northern Italian food and fresh pasta, roasted meats, simple, beautiful salads, and Italian food is always such a ingredient focused thing. Simple ingredients, plucked and harvested at the right time, fresh basil and fresh tomatoes, and some of that stuff that's sort of coming now that we're heading into spring officially. But game meats, game birds, and so whether it's roasted pork tenderloin or Barolo
Oh,
braised
the
duckling,
new
and
pork is fabulous.
yeah, we use pork, which is a beautiful breed, and it comes from the Idaho Basin of Snake River Ranch, the Snake River Basin, and it's like a really beautiful protein, and we it's treated well, and we treat it well, and then we encrust it with pistachios and herbs, and
Oh,
served with cauliflower puree this time of the year. Still moving away from cauliflower soon into fresh English peas, and morel mushrooms are arriving now. So we're starting to get the suppliers, the growers, and the farmers to show us some new things that are growing essentially in this last few weeks and into the next few weeks. So it's a transitional time.
what's
We've
always
kind of
fun is you're always changing, whether it's pork or fish or even in the appetizers, like you change the salads
yeah, we have
as
this
they come in.
beautiful. Yeah, we have this beautiful arugula salad right now, but we'll probably be transitioning that here shortly as some new lettuces and new leafy greens and new vegetables start to show up. We have certain things that we like to do that we're familiar with, things in I call it our Rolodex, these incredible recipes that we can kind of draw from, certain aiolis and mostardas and things, that sauces and salad dressings and things that we've really perfected and done well. And then we'll reintroduce them with maybe a different vegetable that's exciting. And so some of that we've been talking about is what kinds of things might arrive on the menu in the next few weeks. Our menus right now are, fresh mushrooms and, prawns and spaghetti and risotto. We'll change the risotto to reflect maybe some of these spring vegetables arriving. And we know English peas are starting to show up, and English pea shoots and things like that. So green things. And so we'll start to show them into the menu, and
Well,
they'll kind
I
of
think
fold in.
Daryl and your chefs do a I mean, you have the spinach gnocchi now, and
Yeah.
pretty soon you do a summer or spring gnocchi that I'm mad about. It's
The good news, we do everything in house every day. We can change on a dime, and we're only open 5 nights, so we're really fresh. We receive everything on Tuesday and fire up all the engines, and then we close it down on Saturday, and then we get a couple days to reprieve and do it again. And so we're into Friday and into the weekend. And next week already, we'll perhaps start to show some new ingredients. And we post our menus online, barologrildenver.com. It's our website, and it has everything. You can see the menu right now. You can see the menu tomorrow if it's changed. And so when you come to the restaurant, you can look at the website. We make sure it's really easy to upload the PDFs that show the actual menu, not a rendition of, not a sample, not a menu that was from last week, last month, last year. It's very, very specific. So you can really look and watch as you're arriving to see what actually came in today, and what's going on the menu currently.
I love to let you just talk, but a couple of things is your staff is amazing, and I don't care what your habit is or what craziness you want. Barolo and staff accommodate you. That's number one. And they know you after you're there. And whatever you like, they know this one likes this and this one doesn't eat that. And it's a treat to come and be a repeat there.
We say this, and we don't always everyone understand that we really focus on, it's a hospitality company, it's a business that focuses on hospitality. We use food, wine, and beverage and such as our medium, but our real business is hospitality, and it means you need to consider all factors of diet and portions and how people feel, and then you use food and wine to do that, not the other way around. We're not a food company, even though many identify a restaurant as a food business or a wine business, but really it's the other way around. It's hospitality leading and using the food and the service and the space as those components and tools. And
Okay.
so I really appreciate that you feel that
Oh,
from your
I
experience.
see it not only with me, I watch all the people on the bar around me. And I do have to pay you another huge compliment, which I really never do when I see you because we're too busy gossiping. But you have amazing, amazing cocktails and wine. But you have wines and then you have wines. And I'm not the drinker, you know, my friend is. And when they go to show him a wine, they will always say that this one is a certain price that's more than an ordinary $15 glass of wine. And they always point out a price. So you're not, oh my God, how did that happen?
Yeah, matter of fact, I teach everybody to start off with let's arrive at what's appropriate. And we never know what's appropriate. Some people have a very different experience
Right,
with money. And we always keep that in mind that for some, you can sell something to somebody that might be too inexpensive, which sounds
right.
odd.
No,
And so you never want to take it. Um, it could be celebratory, and it's might maybe something that's more average and incredibly appropriate in some cases, but not for this occasion. And you don't ever know that. So we're always suggesting forward to speak about what's appropriate. And if it's a $25 glass of wine, because it's very rare and incredible, but it's very expensive and it's something that's maybe appropriate. For some people, they go, that's well within what
right.
I would like to spend today, not necessarily tomorrow or not necessarily last month. So we really want to make sure that everything is above board and fully comfortable for everyone, from food to wine. And pricing is really important to lead with, so that we know that, like I said, what's appropriate. You tell us, because sometimes your colleague or who you're with might have a different impression of what you think is acceptable, and us as well. And let's make sure there's nothing uncomfortable about that later. So
But they do it
again,
in
I
a
appreciate that.
really casual way, and nobody could be offended. And I'm giving you kudos because that does not happen wherever you go.
Thank you. Yeah, it's such a horrible thing to have Bill, sort of sticker shock. And whether you're looking at a house or a car or a
Right,
piece of
same thing.
clothing and food, it's really nice to know, like, early, what does this look like, so that we can speak about what's appropriate. And sometimes you have to decide your own self when you're looking at things like, well, okay, I guess I didn't know what I wanted to spend, and now that I have all the information, I'm more
Well,
comfortable with this, and that's the best feeling, to be like, I know what I'm drinking. And so with the wines, we obviously have a huge range of very rare collectibles, and very, nothing's, I should say, average, because we work really hard to find always the gems within the category, but uh, affordable in different classes and affordable in different categories, from by the glass to half bottles to special bottlings. Some things are just a great value because of how old they are, and we might serve a glass of it for the same price of something that would be a brand new wine that you could find in a lot of markets. So a pretty wide array of choices.
and as to food, you have a tasting menu, but you don't have to come to Barolo and eat the tasting menu. You
That's
know,
right. You can go a la carte.
I like pasta and I like salad. This one likes an entree and the uh, amberjack, which is to die for. But
Yeah.
whatever, you can just get whatever you like.
The great thing about our menu at Barolo Grill is you get, there's four courses set up where you can have a little antipasti or a salad, you can have a little pasta, you can have a protein and a dessert, and you can do any one of those, you can do all of them. There's some quantity ability to adjust, so that the pasta might be smaller, so you can enjoy a salad beforehand and maybe have a piece of the pork tenderloin or a piece of fish. And so our menus, which again are online, you can see all that. You can organize a tasting menu, or just freestyle a la carte, anytime, all the time, at the bar, in the dining room. A reservation instantly online. You can book it. You can see exactly what's available tonight, if there's anything, or tomorrow, or what time, and book and do whatever menu you wish to do.
And I hope people make a reservation because it does get busy.
Yeah, it's good to plan. We do have a lot of limited spaces and on the go last minute choices. People cancel last minute, people book last minute. It is like an airport, for lack of better
No,
words, the air
please,
traffic
no,
control.
no, don't do
And
that.
I'm the air traffic controller, and I am constantly adjusting for people who are last minute arrivals, sick, not able to make it. And so the reservations are online immediately. You can see in an hour from now if something's changed, while you're planning your day, and
Just,
you can see if there's a
just
bar
don't
spot.
say airport today.
We're not there though. We're here. We're safe.
You're
We're
right.
boots
You
on the
know,
ground.
thank you. I'll travel to Barolo Grill and just stay there.
Just a few
Oh my
minutes
God.
drive.
We better move. Hours and all that good stuff. We've already used up our time.
Yeah, we're open Tuesday through Saturday for dinner, 5 nights a week, closed on Sunday, Monday. And you can pull up, we have parking. You can park the car almost anywhere or ride share. And like I said, make a reservation and so we can plan for you.
Barolo Grill dot webpage
BaroloGrillDenver.com is our
address
website.
30. Give the
Yeah,
address.
3030 East 6th Avenue, which,
Phone number.
these days everyone just, choppers into the website. So,
No, I
our but our phone number, we still have a phone, 393-1040, 303-393-1040. And but if you type in Barolo Grill, you're going to see all of our stuff, and we'll lead you to our front door.
and everything. Once you're led to the door and you enjoy a dinner, you'll be back.
I hope so.
Please like and subscribe to the Gabb, GABB /Gabby Gourmet on YouTube. It's Gabby Gourmet on Facebook. It's Gabby Gourmet 5280 on Instagram. It will be up on all of them. And you are the best. Your staff, everything about Barolo Grill is what a restaurant should be.
Thank you. Grazie
Love you.
mille.
I love
Love
you.
you. Love you
And
all.
and
Happy
good luck
Friday.
on the James Beard nomination.
We'll see what happens. Thanks so much. It's an
Oh,
amazing,
you're
amazing
rooting.
thing to be noticed.
All right. Much love. See you soon.
Thanks. Thanks. Ciao, ciao.
Bye bye.